Hey, what's up, folks? It's James here, and today we're diving into the realm of video editing right from your iPad. Now, I know many of you might be thinking, can I really get some serious editing done on my iPad? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. Apple's come a long way, and the apps available now are honestly kind of mind-blowing. So whether you're a pro looking to edit on the go, or you're just starting out and want something more accessible than a full-blown desktop setup, stick around. In this video, we're going to check out some of the best video editing apps out there for your iPad. We'll go through features, usability, pricing, because yeah, we all love free stuff, but sometimes it's worth knowing when to shell out a few bucks, right? And of course, just a heads up, if any of these sound like your jam, I've got links down in the description, so you can just tap on through and get your hands on the apps right away. All right, let's jump in and see which editor is going to be the best fit for your video projects. Roll the footage, Jimbo. Okay, let's dive into Adobe Premiere Rush, which is honestly a fantastic option for editing on your iPad. So the first thing you probably notice with Premiere Rush is its user interface. It's super clean and, it's really intuitive, which is perfect for touchscreens. You've got your basic timeline at the bottom, your preview window, and the essential editing tools are all right there, at your fingertips. Now, one thing to remember is that Adobe Premiere Rush is kind of like the little brother to Premiere Pro. So it's designed to be more, let's say, user-friendly for people who may not be, pros at video editing. And it's got this simplified workflow, which means you can quickly add videos, images, and audio to your project. You can trim and split clips with just like a tap or a swipe, which is super convenient. Another great feature is the cloud syncing, right? So if you start a project on your iPad, you can easily pick it up on your phone or computer without, a hassle. This is like great for when you're on the move or just away from your desk. And yeah, you do need an Adobe subscription to get the full benefits, but it's kind of worth it if you're using multiple devices. Lastly, let's talk about the built-in camera functionality. This is pretty cool because you can actually record high quality videos directly into the app and then, edit them right away. It saves a ton of time and it makes creating content for, say, social media super streamlined. Keep in mind though, while Rush is powerful, if you want those really advanced features, you'll probably need to, upgrade to Premiere Pro at some point. But for most iPad users looking to create great content, Rush is definitely a solid choice. So, let's talk about Luminar Neo for the iPad now. What's super interesting about this software is that it's packed with some pretty impressive AI-driven features that can totally streamline your photo editing workflow, right? It's not just another editing app. It's actually pretty revolutionary in the sense that it can recognize and adjust various elements in your photos automatically. I mean, things like relighting a scene or removing unwanted objects, which is pretty neat for quick edits on the go. And I've got to say, the interface, it's stunningly intuitive. You've got these sliders and filters that are really easy to adjust, even if, you're not a pro. The interface doesn't feel cluttered, which is a huge plus on a smaller screen like the iPads. You're not constantly zooming in and out or accidentally pressing something you didn't mean to press, which can get really annoying, honestly. However, it's worth mentioning, and I've seen some users talk about this as well, that while Luminar Neo is powerful, it can be a bit demanding on the iPad's hardware. If you've got an older model, you might experience some lag or in the worst cases, some crashes. So that's something to, keep in mind if you're thinking about getting it. Now, if you're a content creator who's always on the move, this app could really be a game changer for you, given its ease of use and powerful features. But it's probably best suited for those quick edits rather than heavy-duty photo manipulation. So at the end of the day, Luminar Neo, while not without its drawbacks, is a solid choice for an iPad editor, especially if you're looking to leverage technology to speed up your editing process. So let's talk about KineMaster, which is a pretty solid option when you're looking at video editors for the iPad. Now, first things first, the interface. It's super intuitive. So if you're new to video editing or you just don't want to deal with a steep learning curve, KineMaster is, really easy to get into. You basically drag and drop your clips onto the timeline, and then you can start chopping and changing things around without much hassle. What I really dig about KineMaster is the amount of control it gives you. It's not just about cutting clips. You've got all these layers for video, images, stickers, text, handwriting, and that means you can really get creative with overlays and composite video sequences, which is pretty neat for a mobile app. Plus, they didn't skimp on the effects either. There's a whole bunch of them to play with: color filters, speed controls, all that jazz. And I got to mention the convenience of editing on the go. Like sometimes you're not at your desk, but you want to get some work done, right? With KineMaster on the iPad, it's super convenient because it's optimized for the touch interface. So you just use your fingers to swipe through clips, pinch to zoom, and tap to select tools. But it's worth noting that if you're doing really intricate work, the small screen can be a bit fiddly. So there's that. Now, KineMaster isn't perfect. There's a subscription model, which might turn some people off. You can use it for free, but you'll be stuck with a watermark on your videos and you won't have access to all the premium assets. And for the pros out there, it might be a tad basic, but as far as editing on an iPad goes, yeah, KineMaster is pretty much up there. If you're looking for something user-friendly with a good set of features, definitely give it a shot. All right, let's talk about Filmora Go for the iPad, which, spoiler alert, is one heck of a video editor, especially if you're on the go. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you dive into Filmora Go is its user-friendly interface. It's like super intuitive. So even if you're kind of new to editing or you just hate fiddling around with complicated software, you'll pick this up pretty fast. You got your timeline at the bottom, your preview window. Everything's just where you'd expect. So that's nice. Now, the features, there's a lot to like here. You've got your basic stuff like trim, cut, splice, the things every editor should have. But Filmora Go, it gives you a bunch of advanced features too, like play in reverse, slow motion, and even picture in picture, which is pretty sweet for an app on the iPad. And the effects, there are just so many. You've got filters, overlays, and transitions that can really give your videos that extra pizzas, Okay, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. Exporting with some apps, exporting can be a total nightmare. Slow, clunky, quality drop, the works. But with Filmora Go, it's quite smooth. You can export directly to your camera roll or even straight to like YouTube and other socials, and the quality stays crisp. That's a big plus for any content creator who wants to share stuff quickly. Now, is it perfect? Nah, no app is. Performance can stutter a bit with really high res footage or if you're piling on a ton of effects, but it's still manageable. The free version does have watermarks and limitations on the export resolution, which, yeah, can be a bit of a bummer. But the full version, if you're willing to shell out a bit of cash, it handles all of that, giving you the full suite to play with. So overall, Filmora Go on the iPad, it's a solid. So next up, we're diving into iMovie for the iPad. And let me tell you, if you're looking to edit videos on the go, this little app is a powerhouse that you've got to check out. When it comes to editing on the iPad, you might think the experience would be kind of clunky or limited, but Movie really brings that intuitive feel. And I got to say, it's pretty slick. It's got this drag and drop interface that's super easy to use. And, even if you've never edited a video before, you'll find your way around in no time. One of the things I really appreciate about iMovie is how it seamlessly integrates with your iPad's camera roll. So like you can just pick your videos and photos, drop them into your project, and you're like well on your way to creating something cool. And the touchscreen controls are really responsive too. So it feels pretty natural to trim your clips, add transitions, and play around with the timeline. Now, iMovie on iPad isn't without its limitations, okay? So while it's great for quick edits and simple projects, if you're looking to do some really heavy-duty video editing, like say with layers of audio or advanced color correction, iMovie might feel a bit restrictive. But for most people just looking to make a good-looking video without all the fuss, it delivers the goods. It's got a decent selection of built-in music tracks, sound effects, and some pretty neat title animations to give your content that extra polish. So wrapping up, iMovie for the iPad is a solid choice for video editing, especially if you're just starting out or if you're all about editing while you're on the move. It's user-friendly, it's free, which is always a plus. And it syncs up really well with the Apple ecosystem. Sure, professionals might need something more robust, but for the vast majority of us, iMovie strikes a perfect balance between functionality and simplicity. All right, that's it on iMovie. Definitely consider giving it a shot if you love making videos and you've got an iPad at your fingertips. Wrapping up this fantastic journey through some of the best video editors you can get for your iPad. I hope you found this video insightful and that it helps you choose the right app to ignite your video editing passion. or take your existing skills to the next level. Just a little reminder, all the links to the products we talked about are, right down there in the description below. So make sure to check them out for more details and pricing. And if you haven't done so already, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? It helps out a ton, and you'll stay updated with all the latest from our channel, which, trust me, you don't want to miss. If there's something on your mind, some question that's bugging you, or if you need advice on something specific, please drop a comment below. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos. I've got a bunch of content that can help you make the most of your software experience, no matter what you're trying to do. All right, I think that's everything for now. Thanks for watching. Keep being awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.